Sources have it that on the 8th of January 2017, Gabriel landed in Morocco to study after gaining scholarship. Initially, he came to study pharmacy, but due to the passion he had for nursing and anesthesia, he chose to do it. In the anesthesia school, he was identified as a student with a lot of potential, so he was recommended by one of his professors to study medicine at the Faculty of Medicine and Pharmacy in Rabat. The Faculty of Medicine and Pharmacy in Rabat is a Moroccan public higher education in medicine and pharmacy established in the year 1962. It is affiliated with the Mohammed V University. He had to be called... Wait. It's my story, so I think I have the right to say it as it is. It's okay when it says sources said, because it's not true. Now that you are hearing from the main source, I think you can make your corrections in there. Yeah, I did came to Morocco on the 8th of January 2017. I was 20 years by then, I think. And yeah, I brought pharmacy. I was here to study pharmacy on scholarship, as it rightly said. But then, I didn't choose anesthesia. I mean, nursing and anesthesia because I had passion for that. Honestly, it was the closest thing to medicine here in Morocco. It means if you don't get medicine or pharmacy, that's the only option left. And so it was a little bit competitive as well. So I had to go in for that. And the part that says, when I went to the school, the director of the school, whosoever saw that I had a lot of potentials, and so they brought me back to the medical school here in Rabat. It's not true. It's totally a lie. Yeah, it's 100% lie, because it's getting to the medical school was something was something I should say. It's a long story, so I can't summarize it in this video because I need this video to be 10 minutes. So yeah, I don't think it has something to do with them realizing I had a lot of potential, so they brought me to the medical school. Yeah, and so that's all you can hear about the Faculty of Medicine and Pharmacy in Rabat. So the history a little bit was right, because I honestly don't know the history about the school when it was established. So whatever you heard until now is true. So yeah, and also I would like to say, if had that not been that I was brought to the medical school, I don't think this is my dream.
I'm studying very hard to grow up to become a doctor. That's my dream.
Would come to pass. So I think it was necessary, but honestly, I give thanks to God, because it's by His doing that it was a very successful dream come true. Well, it's not yet done because I've not completed medical school as is stated in the history. I'm still in school, but then I wouldn't be doing a lot of classroom activities. I will be doing more like hospital stuff, where I have to gain a lot of experience. So it has nothing to do with me completing the medical school. So now I think I have to talk about my experience, because I've scrubbed off what's a slide in the story. So my experience in the medical school, it's something that was interesting, okay, because no matter what, I would definitely have some few experiences. But then I feel like you guys should go back and watch this video I'll place right here, because I said a little thing about my experience, and in fact with other colleagues of mine, their experience in the medical school. So they shared a lot of things you can look at. But apart from that, I also had a lot of experiences afterwards. So I feel like in terms of experience, I think let me touch on the part of learning and the part of my friend. Yeah, in experience of learning, you know, I'm taking my eyes off the camera because I'm trying to remember, honestly. So in the experience of learning, what happened was I had to learn a lot of things. You know, in medical school, the books are a lot, and in fact, you can't learn everything and you wouldn't know everything. I'm just being honest. But definitely there are some people who know about 80 to 90% of whatever we are being taught in classroom. So this is where you have to know how to learn, because it's not about reading a book. Well, so I had to adapt a new system of learning to fit in, because honestly, I do study in French, which you can tell that I am someone who speaks a lot of English, so it becomes a very difficult thing for me. So I had to learn smart, and so we developed a lot of ways of learning. And honestly, it's an experience I think I've had, because it's not about learning It's about how to learn it, you see. So in the medical school, we have to learn smart. So me personally, I've learned a lot in this world. You can't learn everything. So you learn the essential things, the important things, just like editing video, just like doing any other things. You learn what is necessary, the basic. And then at the end of the day, you will learn more as time goes by, because like I used to say, medical school is actually based on skills. It's not based on the book, right? So you go to the hospital, like for instance, now that I'm done with my 5th year, I'll be going to hospital for 2 years. So that's where I will have a lot more experience and add up to whatever I've learned in the classroom, because it's not basically theory, it's practical. So yeah, I think it has actually given me the experience of learning smart, learning what's important for my life before I'll be learning other things, because dealing with human being, it's not only about books, trust me. It has to do with day-in-day activity. What you see on the streets are very important. What you hear in the hospital is very important. So yeah, basically, that's the best way I think you have to learn in the medical school. Don't learn everything. You have to learn smart. Know what to learn to pass the exams, because honestly, I'll tell you more about that, because that's the part I hated the most in the medical school, where you have to sit and pass your exams. So when it comes to friends, I made a whole lot of friends. I made friends that I can't even remember all of them, their names, and I feel like, in fact, all the class, everybody loves me. Definitely, no one loves you, but I feel so, because looking at the fact that I'm a YouTuber and most people know me, and I honestly don't know them much. So yeah, I would also want to mention him so that someone will feel that I know him or her for these days or these years, and I can't even recollect his name. And definitely I can't mention everybody's name on camera. Like I said, I want this video to be not more than 50 minutes or less than 10 minutes. So I think yeah, I owe it to a lot of friends of mine for actually helping me integrate, because I came to the school late. Like you heard from the story, I was in a nursing anesthesia school before I came here. So I spent about 2 months in the nursing school before coming to do the medicine. So my friends really helped me integrate into medical school, and so I really thank them. And then yeah, I think they are the best thing that have happened to me in the medical school, because in fact, Moroccans are people who are very well, those in my school, I don't know for others. They are very generous and kind. So yeah, they did everything possible for me to actually have a smooth stay in the school. And yeah, there's, I don't know, I feel like I want to mention him because she was very, very generous. She has to do what we call the mise en page. Well, mise en page is that the summary of what is being taught in the class or what the textbook contains. So she does that for us to study what is really necessary for our examination. So she has been with us, she has been consistent from, I don't know, I wasn't able to catch that up when I was in first year, but from second year onwards, she was the one who have been providing us with the summary for us to know what's necessary. So I did less work in the medical school because she was the one providing us with the mise en page, the summary of the test, of the textbook. So yeah. And once again, yeah, I think it's enough. I made a lot of friends, and honestly, they taught me a lot, and it's a pleasure meeting you all out there, guys. And then once again, my BDs, they are the people who actually organize the classes. They actually talk with the professors on our behalf, and they are the best. I salute you guys all. You've been the best, and then you made my stay in the medical school, I mean, in the classroom, a very interesting one, and I really salute you guys. Thank you once again, and I appreciate what you do, and continue to help people in the future. Looking at the fact that you're already doctors, you are there to help. So I salute you guys once again. Before I talk about what I'll miss in the classroom, I feel like I need to talk about my expectations. Well, before I came to Morocco, I felt like I was coming to study outside my country, Ghana, and so there were a lot of expectations, so I ended up being a little bit disappointed at the end of the day, but I feel like what we had was enough. So basically, before I came to the medical school, I was feeling like we will be given a lot of learning materials where you'll be given, for instance, a MacBook, where when you go to class, all you have to do is open it up when your professor is teaching anatomy. All you have to do is be looking at the video on your laptop and then pointing out where the professor is talking about, but it wasn't in that case. Honestly, I may say most of the learning materials were not given to us. What was necessary was what's given to us. So I feel like it was a very good way to teach, because what happens is that when you don't give the students all the learning material so easily, they go out there to look for it themselves. And what happens is when you look for it yourselves, it sticks with you for a very long time. So I feel it was a very nice way to make the students put in more effort in whatever they want, because I feel like you need it, and so you are doing it. the things that I'll never miss in the medical school, and then I feel like I never meet it in my life again, but unfortunately I would have to meet it. And it's about me sitting down to learn and preparing for exams, because it's one of the tedious work I wouldn't want to put myself in. What happens is that during the semester, we most students, we feel like we should wait for the professor to get in the middle before we start learning, because you wouldn't want to jump into things and you realize that the professor will not teach some of the things, because there are some things that you wouldn't want to learn. It makes the work very easier, so you'd have to wait. Now when the exams is approaching, that's when you have to sit and learn, and you have to sit for 2 to 3 hours, and it's very annoying, trust me. It's very annoying. So there's one thing I wouldn't want to miss, because honestly, the same doctors will tell you that, when you sit at a place for a very long time, you are prone to having what we call hemorrhoids, what most of you know as pile. So honestly, why sit down? Why sit down? So basically, that's one thing I wouldn't miss about the medical school, because learning comes at a price, because honestly there's a need for you to learn, because medical school is small. It comprises more years, right? So if it has to do with a lot of years, you wouldn't want to repeat. So when you repeat, you are missing, you are growing, and a lot of things await you. You have to marry, you have to create family, you have to live life, take care of your siblings, and people are looking up to you, and here you are repeating classes. It's something that you wouldn't want in medical school. So at the end of the day, you put in more effort, and then that effort comes at a price. So if you are really interested in medical school, what I would tell you is that you should be prepared to sit down for a very long time, 2 to 3 hours to study before exams, because if you don't do that, I guarantee you there's no miracle happening. Yeah, you have to learn, because it's necessary. What I'll miss, that means basically I would love to go back to the classroom. That's only if there wouldn't be exams, because I'll miss a lot of things done. The things I will not miss, okay? So what I will miss is seeing friends, okay? Meeting friends, talking with them, sharing ideas, sharing culture. Those are the stuff I will miss. But I hope to see them at the hospitals, because looking at the fact that we all be at the same hospital together. And one other important thing I would miss, and I know a lot of you guys know that, my boys know what I mean. So if you know what I mean, you should just comment in the comment section, because it is necessary. It is very necessary, because when you go to campus, you see a lot of things, and I feel like my guys know about it. So, and even if you know what I'm talking about, you can just comment it in the comment section, because it's really necessary for men. Before I talk about how I feel about me finishing with classroom, I feel like I need to give you guys the piece of advice, because I might have adrenaline rushing through my blood and give you guys the wrong advice. So yeah, my advice to you guys in the medical school, still studying in classroom, you have to be disciplined. Like I said, you will love everything about medical school, okay? But the most annoying part is the fact that you have to sit consistently to study for exams. Is the most annoying part. So you have to overcome that. Okay, I'm not asking or forcing anybody to go and sit and learn. Everybody has their way of living, and so for me, it's an advice. It's up to you guys to take it or not. So basically, you have to be disciplined and then do what is necessary to pass the exam, because if you don't move to the next class, you are staying in the next class, and you are staying in the next class, you are actually wasting some years that you might use to give birth, make a lot of things happen. So anyway, some people can still make a lot happen whilst in the medical school, but simple, I think it's an advice. It's up to you guys to take it. And so basically, how do I feel? I feel like I'm a little bit sad. Am I? I'm not sad. I'm very happy, because even if it has to come to the fact that I would miss my friends, or I'll miss seeing the good stuff, I will still see those kind of things at the hospital. So I'm really happy, because I think now my years are numbered in the medical school. I've not yet completed, though. Like I said early on, I still have 2 more years to do at the hospital to gain a lot of experiences. So yeah, basically I'm happy, and I'm very happy, as you can tell. And yeah, I'm happy. I am. I'm not sad. I'm very happy, and yeah. So yeah, I'm happy. So apart from the fact that you being disciplined is necessary, I think you have to take advice from the right people who have been there before. Like I used to say, people have done what you're about to do, so you just have to question them and then get more info from them. So that's why there's a need for you to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to click on the notification bell to get notified anytime I have an advice to give you guys. And also, like this video. I feel like this video can gain 50 likes. So just do that for me. And also, listen to the advice of my friend. And I think it will go a very long way to help you guys. And again, he said you should subscribe to the channel. Just listen to him.
6 years.
Friendship.
6 years since friendship. Friendship.
Friendship, yeah.
Friendship, that was when we were learning how to speak French. You guys, so what do you what do you say to the people on my channel? What should you do?
Remain focused.
No, they should subscribe instead.
Remain focused.
No,
like Gabriel. Subscribe to his channel.
Good,
Make sure you leave a like and click on the notification bell so that anytime such amazing videos have been posted, you guys can get notified and YouTube can recommend these videos to other people so that you can also enjoy what you guys have been enjoying. So,
peace.